Hello and welcome to our presentation on the tuk-tuk ambulance concept. I will elaborate what we've done over the past 8 weeks and at what stage we are now. First, I'll begin with an explanation on the problem that we were faced with. Currently in the remote India we have an insufficient number of ambulances, which is caused by their high cost. They're too expensive. The ambulances that are there are inadequate and are also in a state of decay because of their high cost, and we really need to combat that. That's why our objective is to create an affordable ambulance conversion for mass implementation in rural India. What we came up with is a tuk-tuk ambulance concept. We convert a standard tuk-tuk in 4 steps into a tuk-tuk ambulance. First of all, you purchase a normal standard tuk-tuk, then you strip the rear of the tuk-tuk in a mechanics workshop that's located in India, locally. You'll take out the back seats, etc. The third step is that you implement minor structural changes to the tuk-tuk in order to facilitate a custom designed element, which is the stretcher, which you can see and we will demonstrate very briefly. The stretcher is the main focus of our program for our project. It's been the backbone for the past 10 weeks because it's such an important part. Without the stretcher, the ambulance would not be sufficient. So after that has been fixed, the stretcher, the fourth step is that the medical supplies and necessary equipment which we have carefully selected, also alongside with modern paramedics, intensive research, we have formulated a list of medical equipment and supplies that we put into the vehicle that will be added on the fourth stage. Now I'll move on to the product features. First of all, we have an IV drip mounted above the patient inside the tuk-tuk, which you can maybe see here. It's illustrated by the elastic band. Now we also have a separation wall which we created, which is behind the chair, as you see, and against that will be mounted a maternity kit, which is really specially for women in labor in India and rural countries. It's a large issue that these women don't get enough support, and they really need to be facilitated in that. Now we also have 2 first aid kits. One is a normal first aid kit and one is a paramedic kit. In the regular first aid kit we have sterile equipment which is for one-time use only and must be kept hygienically sealed. And the other one contains equipment that you can use multiple times. So those are 2 separately placed in front of the patient. Additionally, we also have some other hardware to make just the ambulance function as an ambulance. We add a smartphone for the Google Maps feature for the GPS. Then we have a siren and a beacon, a torch for lighting up in dark areas, and an interior light which also is not standard in the tuk-tuk, which we have to place. We have also spare tire and spare tire equipment to ensure that once we do break down, we're not stranded. So moving on to the most important part of the project, the stretcher, and what we've been focusing on for the last few weeks is really optimizing the user interaction with the product. So what we focused on is the interaction which the paramedic and the driver have, which are the people that are operating the stretcher. They will have to carry the stretcher through numerous amounts of handles, and we really experimented with which kind of handles are the best, the strongest, and the most applicable to our cause, which is to create a stretcher which is compact, low cost, and has the same functionality as a modern ambulance. And also the patient comfort and safety is really of importance, therefore we made the adjustable system for the leg rest and the backrest, and we also have a very stable fit inside the vehicle due to our rail that we designed, which really clamps it in place very tightly, which we will show also briefly. Now, it needs to be a cost-effective solution as well, which is why we try to keep it as low cost and easily to make as possible, because what the plan is that we will provide a kit to these mechanical workshops with some standardized items, along with a list of a bill of materials that they need to buy themselves in order to create this tuk-tuk relatively easily. And we got the total price estimation of around 280 euros. So contemporary stretchers are currently around 6,000 euros in the modern world, and we significantly cut down the cost of that with this concept. Now, we also, in general, made a cost estimation of the whole entire product, including the tuk-tuk and the labor it would cost for approximately 30 hours labor cost in India. It comes out to around 3,700 euros, which is a hell of a big difference with a contemporary ambulance of 200,000 euros, which doesn't have a really downgrade of medical equipment. We really are very well equipped with our tuk-tuk stretcher at this point. So now we're going to demonstrate with a real patient how we would load the stretcher into the vehicle. So Helen, could you?
Should it display like this?
Perfect, yeah. So as you can see, we have the patient that is currently lying flat, but we're going to adjust her to be a little bit more comfortable. So I will adjust the leg rest as so, very easily. Put it up a little bit. Also the backrest was put up by a pneumatic pump automatically, and now Yassine and I will start carrying it in. So we just grab it by the sidebars
So scary.
very easily. We slide it onto the rail. It's in, because we have a funnel system which will guide it all the way. Now the handles we chose, and as you can see, there are pins dropped into the frame, and now we just have to clamp it easily and they are secured. No more lifting out or bouncing out. And the patient still has adequate amount of space. Now the paramedic will be seated here. I will demonstrate. Gets into the vehicle. It's not very spacious, but it definitely is functional. I can still treat my patient or check vital signs accordingly in this position, and the pulse or administer IV, etc. And if something really goes wrong, we will have to stop the tuk-tuk, put it to the side, and extrapolate the stretcher, which we, yeah, okay. So as for further development of the concept, what we would like to do is really get larger stakeholders involved at this point. We really need funding to optimally prototype a test, because as you can see, we made a model tuk-tuk, but it's nowhere near as telling as an actual tuk-tuk would be. Additionally, we need to take some test drives, because we don't know how it actually will function yet. We only know how this will work in a stationary environment, but the bumps and the maybe adjusted suspension system that comes with an actual tuk-tuk will have to be overseen in the very near future. Therefore, we're going to branch out, network, and really see who's interested in our concept at this point, and go on from there. Thank you for watching.